Welcome to the SciFi Pubcast. Come for a drink, but stay for the speculation. Today we are doing something truly different. We're doing a writing experiment involving improv and storytelling. Wow. This is how Derek's brain works. Holy spaceballs. Improv? Well, kind of. Who needs show notes when we can simply tell a story? We can't make the stuff up. So pour yourself a pint and turn on your imagination. The tofu at the bar is actually quite good. This is the SciFi Pubcast. Greetings. Welcome to the SciFi Pubcast, the podcast that tries to be a pub, and perhaps someday a pub that tries to be a podcast. And this is a very exciting day for us here at the SciFi Pubcast. We're trying something new with our staff members. Today we have Carrie and we have Derek. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Wait. You know who I am now? Because on Twitter you were pretending you were trying to say you didn't know who I was.
I was just trying to give Tim some material to work with. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, I know who you are. I'm going to see you in a week and a half in Los Angeles.
He doesn't want to piss me off.
No. And we're going to some movie studio for the tour, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, hopefully I have a day right. So, it's on my agenda. Right now, I just have to get out of work mode and into vacation mode, and I leave this coming weekend. So,
nice.
Yes, can't wait for that. And Derek, how you doing?
I am great. I'm currently sitting in the middle of a minor snowstorm, but it's all right. I'll survive.
Yeah, but you're in the hills of Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like part of the territory, considering it's, January. Or February, I should say. February. What happened to January? Oh, that's right. I've been working a lot. There you go.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if it's actually still technically winter because it's 80 degrees over here.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Hey, in a few months it's going to be over 100, and then I'll be miserable.
Okay, guys, and our dear listeners, please, you got to be patient with us because we're trying something new. We're trying to forget risk management. We're just going for the risk. This is going to be very much perhaps a train crash or a car crash where you can't look away, because we are going to try to get inside the mind of Derek and his storytelling abilities, because we're trying to do this improv workshop to try to put together a science fiction story.
Whose idea was this?
Me.
Yeah, right.
Oh, right.
Dear Lord, yes. So we have no show notes. We may have a starting point. We're debating about that. But we have no characters. We have no endpoints. We got nothing. We're just going to try to build it. And it's going to be interesting because I think all three of us have different ways of putting together a story. Where to start. That's probably a good point. So, this is the time to break out the scotch because you might need it.
Okay. We're just gonna be pulling things right out of our asses, and it might not smell good.
Okay, is that the starting point?
Ew.
No.
Okay.
That's for a different story.
Oh God.
What have you got us into, Joel?
Hey, listen, you guys bring me ideas. I simply say, yeah, let's do it, and then we will just run with it. So. Okay.
I wanted to experiment with you two, and Joel said yes. So,
I may regret this.
Right.
Continue.
Okay, Derek, you had some sort of starting point for this tale of lore.
Well, since we're a sci-fi pubcast, I figured we might as well start with something obvious, which would just be the opening shot of New Hope. One starship flies overhead, followed by another one shooting at it. And then from that point, we would just go off the rails and tell a completely different story that has nothing to do with Star Wars. That's just the opening image.
So are we ripping off Star Wars, or are we paying Star Wars a homage?
Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously, we're just going to be making stuff up on the fly, so I think it will quickly become its own thing. I just needed something to start on, and I figured I'd go with something iconic that everyone can see.
Okay, so when you do your story writing, do you start with these scenes, these action scenes, or do you actually plan out your story with an outline?
I'm a very linear storyteller. Whenever I come up with something, I basically decide what kind of story I want to tell, and then I have my beginning and end basically immediately. And then from that point, you start deciding what the middle is and what kind of characters would perform these actions that I want to happen, and you kind of build it backwards from there. Like if I want to tell a Lord of the Rings type fantasy story, and how do I want it to be different from Lord of the Rings? How do I want it to end? How do I want it to begin? And then you just kind of develop the characters and the middle situations from there.
Which is interesting because I would approach it as developing the main characters first and then have the plot follow the motivations of the character arcs.
That's probably the smarter way to do it, but I've never been smart.
Don't sell yourself short. Most smart people end up in pubs anyway, so. Right, okay, so.
Yeah, but not working in the back room.
Well, there's always hope for you. Speaking of hope and new hope. So we have the big, large ship versus the smaller ship. Who's driving the smaller ship?
The good guys.
The good guys. Okay, so we have our protagonists and crew, if that. Is it a fighter, or is it just a one person spaceship, or is it like a Millennium Falcon? Is it bigger than that with a full crew?
Well, like I said, we're not planning this in advance, but the one thing that I did think up just as a starting point was that the small ship flies over screen, pursued by the larger ship shooting at them, and I pictured like a Millennium Falcon type bridge with just a couple people in it, and the one person says to the other person, "Man, I didn't think those tax collectors would come after us with nuclear bombs." So we're immediately not Star Wars. We're in a silly situation. They're just dodging tax collectors who have a massive military arsenal.
Right. So we must owe a lot of taxes if they're going to spend the money on nuclear bombs, right?
Actually, it was just for docking fees.
Where did? Okay.
So the collectors are basically going for overkill then.
Yes, they overreact a little much.
Right. So we must have been docked to someplace outstanding, like the major casino entertainment, space station revolving around the planet. I know, Starletus. Let's make that a planet.
I was thinking Planet Vegas.
Vegas. Okay. Well, Vegas is a star constellation, right? Or is it Vega?
Vega.
Okay. Let's go with that. Planet Vega.
So our bad guys are vegans.
Yeah, part of it.
Not those kinds of vegans.
Okay, so not only docking fees, so how else did we rip them off?
Well, maybe they're just so insanely overreacting to everything. We literally just didn't pay the docking fee, and they're coming after us with this massive fleet over the equivalent of $20.
Okay. And they're firing it. Okay. Are we firing back at all? Are we going to take their lives in order to preserve our own lives?
No, we're craven cowards. We're just trying to get the hell out of there, and we're bickering about it because the one person, let's say the captain, thought that he could get away with not paying because he's a cheapskate, and the co-pilot, is ringing him out for that.
Okay.
So the captain's basically you then.
Sure.
Okay, how about this for character development? The captain and the co-captain are married. They're a married couple.
Yep. Yeah, we definitely need to have strong female characters.
I sense a divorce coming very soon.
And they just got married at the casino. And this is the morning after.
Maybe they got drunk and got married, so it was like an impromptu thing that they barely remember.
Absolutely. Okay, that works. Okay.
I reiterate my forecasting of divorce very, very soon.
Keep this up, Karen. You'll be the wife.
Okay.
You really want to go there, Derek.
Okay. Rule of writing is don't put yourself in as a character. Okay, that never goes over well. All right, so they're fighting and they're hungover. Let's say that, and they're trying to escape not only this casino planet Vega, but probably from each other. How are they?
And every time they yell at each other, they're wincing because of the hangover.
Right. Let's focus on that. Let's make the captain the woman, or let's say I don't care about same sex. Okay, maybe same sex. Let's go with that because let's make it an interesting story, right? Say it's a same sex couple. Does that work?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
What's that?
Sure, I said sure. Why not?
Okay. How about like a not same sex? Well, maybe same sex, third gender. Make them aliens.
I never understood how multiple genders worked.
You don't probably understand how two genders work, but
I wasn't going to say it.
Number 1 impregnates the egg, number 2 has the egg, and number 3 gestates the egg. Would it be something like that?
Sure.
I don't even know.
But yeah, perhaps that works. Interesting. So we have a same-sex, third-gender couple. Let's define their species. 3 legs and 3 arms. Help me out, guys.
Sure. Everything about them is in threes. But
Right.
not 3 heads, though. That would be confusing. There's enough bickering as it is.
I like 3 eyeballs. That's kind of cool. In like a triangle.
Oh, it's like that horrible Star Wars young adult series from the 90s about the Emperor's son who has 3 eyes. I think his name was Triclops.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, it was good.
I couldn't get through that. I tried. I failed miserably.
I only have the vaguest of childhood memories of it.
Okay. So we have 3 eyes on 1 head. Is it hairy? Is it a blob? Is it, bald like me? What type of head?
I see hair.
Okay. I don't know, purple hair, green hair, brown hair?
Well, when we did start talking about eyes, I did immediately start picturing Leela from Futurama, so that would make it purple hair.
Yeah, but we can't just simply steal things from other... Oh, well, of course writers do it all the time.
We're
but
already stealing the opening shot of the story, so you're a bit late on that.
Yeah, I know. Everything's been ripped off for thousands of years.
And there is nothing new under the sun.
Except in science fiction, where we can use our imagination to tell stories a slightly different way.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Do these... I don't say things. Okay, first, let's name the alien species. We need a name. What type of species are they?
The Triclopses? The Triemes. Triemes. I think that's the name of an ancient Greek or Spartan warship.
Yeah. But do you think the whole tri thing is a bit on the nose?
That depends on how many noses they have.
I was waiting for that. Okay, so so we got the okay.
I'm going to regret this.
Okay, so one of the rules in improv is any suggestion you take, like the first suggestion you take and you run with it. Okay, so we have the name of the species as being, was it triceps? What is it, Derek?
Triemes. Triemes.
Trians. So of course, name it something that I'll have a problem pronouncing. Fabulous.
We can just call them. How about we just call them the tries?
The tries. Okay. So the tries have 3 eyeballs, and they have purple hair, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Do they have, like, what's their means of moving around? Do they have 3 legs? We said that. So they have 3 legs each, right?
Only if they're. Never mind.
And do they just walk around mechanically, or do they have like a mechanical, like, I don't know, skateboard they kind of hover on?
Skateboard. Why can't they just walk?
Because that doesn't make it an interesting story.
Okay.
Okay, so they're on these hover skateboards. How's that?
Okay.
So, it's kind of like not like a wheelchair, but it's just a way, like, kind of like dialects from Doctor Who, right? So it's that type of mechanical thing. Are there Go ahead.
Okay. No, I always thought we're talking about Classic Who, not the newer Doctor Who where the Daleks fly.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm dating myself. Forgive me.
It's okay. I'm just trying to clarify what iteration of Dalek we're talking about here.
Okay.
Nerd point: in a 1980 episode of the classic series, they did show a Dalek hovering over stairs, so they could fly back then. They just never showed it for budget reasons.
Yeah, but that wasn't until the 80s. We're talking, the 60s.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so with our friends, the Troyetians, the Trilliputians, whatever they are.
I have no idea. I am so lost right now.
Okay. We need to name them. I think Albin and Costello's been taken, but we need names. What's a good name for our first third-person gender life form?
We should use non-gendered names that could be for male or female, like Devon or Taylor.
Okay,
Devon and Taylor.
Devon or Kevin?
Devon, D-E-V-O-N.
Devon and Taylor, right. There apparently they like Earth names on their planet. Fine, let's go.
Would you like me to come up with something that's 20 letters long instead?
No, we have to go with this.
No. We'll never remember those.
Okay, rule of improv. So we have Devon and Devon
Taylor.
and Taylor, right? Like Taylor Swift, but with 3 eyes. Okay. So they're bickering. They just got married the night before. They've had too much to drink. They were really into their Martian sake, and so they're trying to come up with ways to escape the vegans who are pissed because they want their docking fees and they want to make sure that they don't appear weak in front of other species. So how can we get them to escape this bad situation?
They could jettison scrap metal out the rear that looks like coins, and then the vegans will stop to pick up the money, not realizing that it's worthless scrap.
Right. Okay. But wouldn't that defeat the purpose of actually spending money on dropping nuclear bombs to try to annihilate, to destroy them?
Well, it's the principle of the thing. Some things are more important than money.
Ah, right. So, money. Okay.
They insulted their honor by not obeying their financial system.
Okay, sure. So it's be coins? Is it like made from diamonds? Because,
they're jettisoning?
Yeah, because think about that.
No. They're just jettisoning garbage, but it looks like money. So they're stopping to pick it up, thinking it's the money.
Right.
It's not.
But if you make their homeworld planet, okay, so the Tricepian planet, if we make it as a diamond, as a planet that is made up of diamonds, so it's like a diamond crust, and diamonds were plentiful, so be trash to them because they have so much diamonds. How's that?
Okay,
maybe.
But that the only problem with that is that immediately resolves the plot because they're not going to chase after them anymore because they just got paid in diamonds.
Yeah, but it's a bigger ship. The bigger ship will have to slow down to collect the diamonds, but they still be firing at it. It's more of a delay technique.
Or maybe the vegans don't want the diamonds, or
okay, great.
Maybe the diamonds are so common on their planet that they're actually worthless.
Yeah, they actually in real life, scientists, and I'm using my air quotes, they actually theorize that some planets, some exoskeleton planets out there beyond our solar system, may be made of diamonds. When you think diamond, what is it? It's compressed, right? It's compressed carbon, I believe. Sorry, I'm
it's
not
carbon,
a scientist. Yeah. So, which happens frequently, apparently, in the galaxy.
Oh, I just thought of something. It's not that the diamonds are worthless. It's that they're insulted by being paid in diamonds because now they're going to have to pay a conversion fee to convert the diamonds into the $20 that they're supposed to be paid. So their pissy little honor is further insulted, even though they were paid generously. They're kind of like the Vogons in Hitchhiker's Guide. They're just kind of like really nasty, ill-tempered people who just, are petty bureaucrats but enjoy causing minor misery to everyone.
Okay, that works. So we have Devin and Taylor and their crew, and they tried the diamond ruse, and that didn't work. Mind you, they used pink diamonds. They should have used clear or blue diamonds. That may have done things differently. But they went with the pink diamonds, and that didn't work.
And when they dumped it and they thought they were okay, Taylor asked, "Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet?"
and of course,
that's
Devin,
a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, I know. Devin is like shaking its head, going, "No, no, no," and he puts on the.
Devin says, "We've got bad blood."
and he's wearing his sunglasses over his three eyes, so and he's just rubbing his head and he's sweating and he asks one of his crew to give him a glass of water because he's so hungover and 2 aspirin, right? And okay, we need to come up with another idea to get these damn vegans away, like stop chasing us. How about do we have a cloaking device?
Carrie?
No, it doesn't work. We do, but it doesn't work.
Okay. Because the captain was too cheap to fix it or to buy the filter to keep it running.
Right. No, it wasn't the captain. It was the lowly engineer apprentice, whose name is George. Okay, George. George, come up. Okay, George, you did this. My God. Okay, fine. Here's another plan. Let's space George. See if that would slow the Phoenicians down or the vegans down.
No, not George.
We need to start killing.
Yes, we need to start. George.
We need to start killing characters off. Okay.
He's a robot. We don't have to worry. We can space him and not worry about killing him.
Okay, so it's not that much of a moral issue. Fine. Okay, bye, George. George is now floating in space. Doesn't do anything to the vegans. Okay. Okay, we need to come up with another idea.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if they're trigendered and they got married in a drunken ceremony the night before, I guess there's no way that any of them can get pregnant because they need a third person then, right?
No, when I say third gender...
I haven't thought that far.
Yeah, okay. Because I really don't want these visuals in my head, but... no, when I say it was third gender, it means that the genitalia is different. Maybe because it has to do with the reproduction system, but I haven't thought that far ahead. Get it? Ahead? No, forget. Okay. Right, stay on the story, man. Stay on the story. Okay, story is king. We have to respect the story. It's our god, so to speak. Okay.
Stop distracting you with your genitals, Joel.
Wow, I'm so nice. I'm not so nice hearing any of this.
Right. Okay. Is there anything on board our spacecraft that we can use besides George, the poor stupid robot engineer type, and pink diamonds? Is there? I don't know. Can we engage in some sort of video game hookup where we can beat them by video game? We can challenge them to a networking game of I don't know, Call of Duty. What are what's the newest gaming project of this era?
That's a good question.
Destiny 2?
Destiny 2. Or yeah, but TOO, not the number 2. Destiny 2? What type of video game is it? I say video game. Just gaming, like interface. So it's going to be like virtual 360 with the headsets. And Destiny 2 is all about how to win in the kitchen. It's about cooking great food. And it's all virtual. Because the vegans, they really like their food.
But not with meat.
Not with meat. Okay, so which makes it harder because we have to come up with something that they would like to eat as opposed to what we, or our characters, Devin and Taylor, our tricephalids want to eat, which is going to be very different.
So we need to come up with a really amazing-looking edible arrangement.
Okay, Yeah, and this virtual, Second City type VR called Destiny 2. Because, of course, our Destiny is always involving food.
This is a good question. I'm not sure.
Okay, work. Do we have tofu on board?
I hope not.
Crush bean curd.
No. We do have tofu on board, and we've been looking for a way to get rid of it. So now is our chance.
Great. Do we have any seasoning salt?
Are you supposed to put salt on tofu?
I have no idea. I'm not a vegan. That's wrong with it.
You can put tofu on. You can put salt on tofu.
Okay.
Tofu takes on whatever flavors you give it. So.
Okay. What else can we do? Are we going to boil it? Are we going to stir fry it? Are we going to nuke it in a nuclear self-contained device that melts it to its core and
calm down,
revive
Joel.
it? Okay.
It's a story.
Wait. If they're shooting nuclear bombs at us that are exploding behind us, we could put the tofu on a cable and trail it behind the ship and cook it in the nuclear fire that's going on right behind us.
Yeah, that's good. So we sent this message to them via this video game, but because we're doing it, we want to give them the real thing as a gesture of our remorse for not paying our docking fees, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Okay, so we look at the poor vegans, and there's a big giant spaceship, with major laser beams. They have these. This giant gun that shoots out these small, tiny battlefield-sized nuclear warheads, but not in like a torpedo form. It's more like a whole, like a spear, like a ball that has the nuclear devices in. So it's kind of cool, and it's like pale neon blue as a color, so it looks really cool on the visuals. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not eating that, but okay.
Okay, so they're okay. So we need to have, of course, we need to have an antagonist. Who's going to be our bad guy? It's going to be a vegan, and has to be organic because we already brought the food thing into it.
What if we're actually trying to poison the vegans?
Oh.
So we send out all this. We jettison all this food to appease them, but we actually end up poisoning the crew, and they can't follow us because they're all dead.
Not dead, just maybe sick, perhaps.
Maybe sick.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So everybody on that ship ate the food all at once.
No, but it's going to be something like it's organic, so it's something that they don't have to eat it to get sick. They just have to be in contact with it. Or like
they
spice.
absorb it by osmosis.
So like just touching it gives you a contact high.
It's like, okay, I got it.
They're high. We get them high.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Right. Okay. So it's a special type of chicken wing sauce. Okay. It smells like pot. You with me on this? Which is actually a true story.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So okay. So we go.
I'm not sure I want to know, Joel.
Okay. Yeah. I spend too much time in bars and eating chicken wings. But okay. Okay, so that's how we're going to do. So we solve our plot issue in this scene, but we still need to have a bad guy, okay? So the bad guy is going to be a vegan, organic. Let's not do 4 eyeballs because we already did 3 eyeballs. Gender, we're going to make it, how about this? Male, female, third gender, fourth gender, something completely out there. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I would say if the good guys were something unusual, then the bad guys should be something normative.
Okay. So what's that?
Just like an angry, muscular dude.
Okay. A roid head. Okay. Big giant muscles. Okay. Big giant muscles, a big giant blonde hair, beard. He's like a Greek god. How's that?
And he has a personal grudge because his third cousin was the dockmaster who got stifted.
Okay, let's go with that.
Stifted? Is that a technical term?
Stiffed.
Yeah. Let's just move on. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Good. So we have this Greek god, like roid head, muscles. His calves, his buttocks. You get the idea, right? Because he only eats, of course, organic grown food without any pesticides or anything like that.
Could we call him Jerkules?
Sure, Jerkules. There we go.
Wow. Gods.
Okay, and his favorite thing in life is chasing, people who rip him off and watching this intergalactic sport known as fuzzball.
Fuzzball?
Sure, I said buzzball, but fuzzball works as well.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Which involves
Works for me.
Yeah. Okay. Which involves robotic dinosaurs playing chess with chainsaws.
Okay.
Good.
Joel, whatever you're on, don't share.
Great. So okay, I won't. So we have our villain, so to speak, Jokosar. What's his name again?
Jerkules.
Jerkules, right? Jerkules. Great. It's all Greek to me. Okay, so Jerkules, he knows that our good guys in the story are, which is not really good guys, but they did rip them off, right? So they're more like a shady type noir hero, so to speak. But Devin and Taylor, right? They know that there's going to be this food product that's going to be given as a token gesture to say we're sorry. So imagine on this big giant spaceship, Interceptor, the Interceptor. How's that? Okay, actually, don't use the. Let's say. See, this is where you bog down in detail because most navies in the world don't use the ship or that. They call it something like USS whatever or HMS whatever. It's actually improper to say the ship in most navies of the world. So let's call it the BAD Interceptor. Because BAD stands for what? Oh, VAD, Phoenician.
VAD?
Yeah. Okay.
Venetian
Attack Destroyer.
Perfect. See? Works. We're world building right now, okay? World building. And not just one world, multiple worlds.
So to summarize, at this point, our heroes have escaped the ship that was pursuing them, but then the real villain is taking pursuit after the fact. Is that right?
Right.
Like the Jerkules was not on the original bad guy ship?
No, Jerkules was on it, but he had
okay.
But he was taking an antidote as a small child because he went to the best prep schools. So he had a different medical program. So it's like vaccinations, right? Okay, they in this world, this universe, they take it as a way to try to contravene anything down the road. So any tactics like our wing idea. So he's not affected. So he's freaking out because he's in the captain's chair of the ship, and all his crew is basically sick or asleep. It's a bit of a shit show. And he's going, "Arr! These Tricepticons," whatever it's called.
And he activates the backup AI control to pilot the ship, and the AI never gets used and isn't actually very smart. It's very stupid and misunderstands what he says and tries to fly the ship into the sun, and he has to frantically, course correct it.
Right, and it's too late to save him. So he hits the button that the escape pod that says chair comes up, seals him, and shoots him through the top of the ship of the VAD Interceptor. So he's now floating in space, whereas our good guys are going all the way around. But suddenly our good guys, they're finally going to show why they're good guys. Because they have this lapse of this idea that it's not right leaving this poor guy to die in the black.
They have
space.
this attack of conscience.
Yes, that's it. They took all 6 eyeballs and they looked at the prom to figure out where they should put their moral compass. Right?
How about Captain Devin demands that they go to pick him up, and Taylor doesn't want to do it, so he says, "Taylor, swiftly."
Yes. Gotta voice that one, right? Okay, so they go and they sing the same old song, and they get to this escape capsule, and they save our bad guy, Jerkules.
Oh, God.
Who, coming very close to death, realizes that perhaps this could be something that the gods are trying to tell him, that he should reform his evil ways and that he should go back to the planet Vega and he should bet his life savings on the black and not on the red on this roulette table, which we call, poulette table. It's French. How's that? I know it's a bit fishy.
It stinks.
All right, there you go. Right? But we had we have Taylor who just wants to interrogate him and steal the coins in his pockets. But
so they did not let him go. You're just saying that's what he wants to do.
That's right.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. But I'm gonna tie this up now. Whereas, yeah. So I'm gonna tie up Taylor right now because she finally realizes,
You're tying up Taylor? What?
Devin talks to Taylor and say, "Listen, it's our marriage day morning. We're now married.
Not for long.
Not for long. We do need money to pay for the family lawyer and divorce lawyers if you go down there. Plus, perhaps we may, do you remember last night? Because I had a lot to drink.
I don't remember last night. I was drinking too much.
Like, who knows? Because, this species of Tricepcolians, I don't know.
No idea.
When they give birth to dozens of offspring at the same time.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
And it's a really quick growing cycle, so it's not like 9 months. It could be like 20 minutes, or in this case, maybe 20 hours. And
dear God.
Oh my God! No, wait! That's happening. And then suddenly Taylor gives birth to all these other little things. That's all over. Just drops out of her, and it's all over the crew, like the bridge right there. And the crew was like, "Oh, they're so cute. I love offspring."
Do they look like tribbles?
Not really. Okay. Large.
At this point, I'm really afraid, guys.
Also, Taylor would be very offended if you just called them little things. Those are her children.
Right. But we still got. But seeing such a sight, our villain, Jercules, he starts to cry. He goes down to his knees and he cries and raises his head to the gods. Not raised because he's in space. What's up? What's down? That's another side story. But okay, so he raises his head to the gods and say, "Thank you. I saw what I'm doing wrong. I understand, and I understand. I must change my life." And Taylor hears it, and then realizes, "My God, he's right." And we are going to return you to your planet Vega so that you can get on with your life. So that, wow, it's sense of family, and not only that. Devin turns to Taylor and says, perhaps we should make him our godfather, godparent for our new batch of kids.
Does this save them from having to pay the docu fees, though?
Yes, it does.
Oh, good.
It does. And then, how about this? The scene closes with they all give like a group hug, and then they break out the chicken wings.
Speaking of groups, if they're trigendered and she was pregnant, wouldn't they have required a third partner for her to have children?
No, but okay.
I'm not even trying to think of that.
That's a good point because suddenly, Devin,
did they have a drunken threesome at the casino?
No. See, Devin's currently just suddenly is not feeling too well. He's rubbing his stomach, and out bursts a bunch of other little kid batch things. So they had 2 litters.
I am very traumatized right now. I think I should inform you guys of that.
Okay, so that's the scene there. So we had a beginning, we had some sort of a middle, and we have some sort of ending. So it'll be a good short story. And what was our theme / premise? What we were trying to get at as auteurs? What were we trying to say in this short story?
I really couldn't say. I'm still confused, and I think I need some brain bleach.
That the smallest act of kindness can turn the blackest heart.
Exactly.
Aww.
My God. Okay, who's going to pitch this to the publishing house?
Not it.
I think you would have better luck if it wasn't me, based on my own history.
Oh God. No.
Oh, you'll have to give it to Randall. I bet he could get it made.
Do you really? Randall will never come back if we have to saddle him with this.
Randall is probably going to be listening to this week. It's going to be probably in the evening time. He's going to be laying on his couch and listen to it, and his wife's going to walk in. Okay, it's going to happen. Okay. Okay, that was our little experiments story workshop thing. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, sure.
I thought it worked better than I feared it would.
Yes, because I was quite fearful, actually. Okay.
I'm still afraid, really.
Okay. Just to let our listeners know, I'll be away next week and the week after. I don't know if we are going to get our show out in our usually 2-week production schedule. I am going to see Carrie, and I'm going to see probably some other podcasters I know in Southern California. Who knows what's going to end up happening? And I might just record in the hotel room. But if we're late by a week, we apologize. We'll try to make sure that doesn't happen. As far as our closing, yes, this is our closing. This is like the credit scene to a short story. So it would be like the screenwriters would be Joel, Derek, and Carrie.
I may have to find a pseudonym to publish this under because I'm not sure I want my actual name attached to this.
Oh. Carrie, do you want to change your name to Alan Smithy?
I was waiting for someone to say that.
That's very, very tempting, actually.
Oh, dear God. Okay. So we're on Twitter. We're at the SciFi Pubcast. We belong to the When Nerds Attack podcasting network. Their address is, of course, Nerds Attack Pods. Like us on Facebook. Like our network page, When Nerds Attack 2. Leave us an iTunes review. Be creative, like we tried doing in this show, perhaps. That's about it. I'm on Twitter at Joel_Welch. Derek, what's your Twitter address?
At Derek JBB.
And Carrie?
Carrie Blackfire42. That's KERI Blackfire42.
Right. Okay, so I need one of you two to shrill for the Nerds Attack Podcasting Network Patreon account. Because of what I do, I really want to ask people for money, but you guys can. Can someone actually ask for money for Patreon?
Derek, you only have to donate $1 measly, and they are setting up the Patreon perks as we speak. I believe they're setting up a Discord channel right now. Is that right?
Yeah, that was supposed to be hush, hush, but sure, let's go.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm leaving that in.
I might have to bleep that out.
No, I'm not going to bleep. Think of it as tipping your bar staff. And yes, things are happening with the network. That's not an official announcement by any means, but I know things are being worked upon. Don't know anything about the timeline, but it's a way, if you support the network, to support our little show indirectly, and you get more people listening to it and build the community. Because what this is all about is community. You're never going to hear a sponsor on on the SciFi Pubcast, at least, until I retire or quit. So that's it. Any last words?
Nope.
If we do a sequel to this, we should call it "Dude, Where's My Other Baby Daddy?"
Oh, God.
It could be about the search for the person that they had the encounter with that night that resulted in the second litter.
Exactly. We bring it in. That's cool. It's a science fiction soap opera. Yeah, we can David Lynch it. That's great. Okay, guys, it's closing time. Please make it home safe. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Bye.
Music provided courtesy of Logan Rathbone. Podcast logo by Juan. Copyrighted Joe Welch. Listen responsibly.